On the inaugural episode of Out of Bounds, we're talking about Masai Ujiri and the loss of opportunity. The chance to win an NBA championship is a once-in-a-lifetime event. So much work goes into reaching the pinnacle of the sport, with few fortunate enough to ever become champions. If you think otherwise, take a look at Kevin Garnett after winning the 2008 title with the Boston Celtics.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Or if that doesn't tickle your fancy, maybe LeBron James falling to the floor in tears will. I mean, look at Mo Williams. He's slapping the shit out of Tristan Thompson's head right now. And Thompson doesn't care. That's how great a title feels. When the final buzzer sounded in Game 6 of last year's NBA Finals, the Toronto Raptors reached that feeling. It was their time. The team's president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, deserved it just as much as the players. The Zaria Nigerian native was the architect of it all, finding unheralded gems in the draft, trusting a troubled point guard to find his place in the league, and training for perhaps the greatest player to ever wear Raptors red. Ujiri felt that joy, sure, but not in the way that he deserved. As he walked down to the court to join the celebration, he was aggressively pushed by Sheriff's Deputy Alan Strickland. A scuffle of sorts ensued, with Masai defending himself before Kyle Lowry came to de-escalate the situation. It was clear for those watching that Strickland was in the wrong. Ujiri was reaching for his credentials to get onto the court, proceeding calmly to what should have been uninterrupted bliss. But Strickland, a white cop, accosted a black man for being somewhere he had every right to be. Strickland went on to accuse Ujiri of assault, an allegation so full of bullshit that the Alameda County Sheriff's Office abstained from pressing charges. Since that time, Strickland has been on paid sick leave. He sued Ujiri in February, alleging the Raptors mastermind struck him with both fists before walking onto the court. And now, as Ujiri's legal team prepares for a countersuit, new video of the altercation has been released, all from Strickland's body cam. Turns out, when body cams are actually turned on, they work. Who would have thought? And who also would have thought? The Sheriff's Department has had this video since the altercation.
The next day, I worked on this story. I talked to the Sheriff's Department. They had clearly seen this video. It wasn't made public till now. And they admitted to me, within 12 hours of this happening, that the officer had shoved Masai.
Apparently, they're seeing something else, or are hoping that we choose to ignore the truth, just as they are. Take a look at the full video. As you can see, Masai is approaching the court calmly as he pulls out his credentials. No words exchanged, no aggressive body language, harmless. But Strickland reacts without cause. Well, to the majority of us, without cause. There is cause from Strickland's side, as despicable as it may be. His aggression isn't due to Ujiri's actions, but his identity, his blackness. It's a shame, an embarrassment, and something that the Alameda County Sheriff's Department should have apologized for instantly. But they didn't, and they won't. Masai Ujiri deserved the joy that so many other champions have felt. After he embraced Lowry and immersed himself in the celebrations, it looked like he did, at least on the surface. But even that joy couldn't help him escape the unfair reality that he and black folk around the world face daily. Strickland had an opportunity for grace. He chose arrogance and continues to. Masai has done the opposite despite all of this. He had a chance to feel the joy that only a title can provide, but it was taken from him, like so many others. Here's to hoping he gets a second shot. Lord knows he deserves it. Hey, you, the audience. I appreciate you. I've started up this channel to detail the NBA and basketball at large. This out of bounds thing won't be every episode, but it'll definitely make a return. I hope it doesn't have to, but you know. I'm looking to put out at least one video per week and also a written piece on my personal site. If you're interested, check it out. Links in the description. From the corner, I'm Braden Rowland.